On the show tonight, the MedSteps Challenge returns. We hear from two more forward-thinking young enterprise teams. And speaking of returning on the stage, it's always great to have Rima starting the show.
El vaso sin vino, un reloj sin manecilla, un trueno sin sonido, un rey sin su silla. Mi vida sin ti es un tren sin destino, una flor sin jardín, una guitarra sin ruido. Hace tiempo que tu beso me persigue y no hay noche que no piense en volver. Si me llama lo arregoto y cruzo mares solo para volverte a ver. No hay promesa que me alcance para olvidarte. Sigue dando cicatrices. Tú eras la luz en mi pecho cuando anochecía. Me daba fe cuando duraba de la vida. Llenaba mi día, curaba mi ruina. Ahora canto canciones sin melodía. Me desarma, mi mundo sin ti ya no tiene balanza. Y puede que el destino nos confunda, y puede que el reloj no quiera andar. ¿Para qué mentirme? Si sé que es verdad, sé que no hay cura para este mal. No hay promesa que me alcance para olvidarte, ni distancia que me quite tu. Aunque el tiempo se disfrace de cobarde, tu recuerdo sigue dando cicatrices. Tú eras la luz en mi pecho cuando anochecía. Me daba fe cuando duraba de la vida. Llenaba mi día, curaba mi ruina. Ahora canto canciones sin melodía. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Thank you so much, Rima. Great to have you back on the stage.
Thank you.
And a really heartfelt performance, I felt there.
Pues imagínate yo trying to sing it, la verdad.
Yeah.
It was a bit difficult, but as you know, I wrote this for my uncle who passed away, and the song was released a couple of days after he left us. And today's his birthday, so today for me is like qué coincidencia, ¿no? That today I sing on the Hub and it's for him, con que la verdad que it's good that I've managed to sing it here for everyone to see, because everyone who's maybe lost someone can feel the connection.
Yeah.
But it was hard. It was hard. Yeah.
I can only imagine, Rima, and thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thank you. That's what music is, no? Para
Yeah.
que te llene el corazón. So.
We'll be speaking to you more in part 2 of the show as well. We're speaking about that song and also another new song which came out last week, didn't it?
Yeah. Came out last week. Y la verdad, it's doing really well. It's doing better than what I thought, considering it's a genre that I've never done before. Pero I think by making it bilingual, ha ganado los corazones de los llanitos. Me puedo aprovechar. Okay, it's doing really well.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that, and also you're going to be performing that one a little later on as well. So yeah, Rima, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Hub. Yeah, it's Wednesday night. Hope you've had a great day. Thanks for tuning in. We've got Mark Cooper, fresh off the back of receiving a British Empire Medal not so long ago, didn't he, for his services to charity fundraising. Well, that fundraising continues. The MedSteps 5 Challenge is back. Also, as you just heard there, we hear from Rima a little later on. And right now, we have 2 young enterprise teams on this week. We are starting with Rockpins. So welcome to Dylan, to Lily, and to Lauren from Rockpins. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Now tell us about this business idea then.
Okay, so we're making collectible enamel pins with designs based around jibs. So we've got our Barbary Partridge, and we've also got the Rock. Upside down, sorry. We've got the Rock as well. And then, so we're hoping to target both tourists and locals and teach them about the history, heritage, and animals and wildlife of Gib. So, yeah.
And how's that going for you so far?
Yeah, it's quite good so far.
It's quite fun. So
Yeah, I mean, how did you come up with the? I mean, tell us. About, I mean, the Rock of Gibraltar, obviously, an iconic feature. The Barbary Partridge as well, a bird, of course, native to the Rock. What made you choose those two designs in particular?
So we tried to go with things that were synonymous with Gibraltar, but also things that were a bit more hidden. For instance, the partridge, many people don't really know about that, whereas the Rock, I mean, Gibraltar, you think of the Rock.
Yeah.
So those were the ideas behind the design, so it sort of educates, but also something that's so connected with Gibraltar.
And what are your individual roles in the team?
So I am the managing and finance director of the team.
Okay.
I do the creative direction.
I'm HR and I'm secretary.
And how's all that going so far?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
quite
Been
good
really
so
good
far.
fun.
You've got a team of 5, I believe?
Yeah. 2 of them aren't here today, but I think the other ones, we've got the social media manager, and we've also got the manager of organisation and sales.
And the process is what? I think it was launched maybe about 2 months ago or so?
Yeah.
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 How's it been? Are these, so you got these 2 pins, as they look great, by the way.
Thank you.
Are there ideas for more pins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did a collection on birds. So we've got the collection on birds, we've got our tourist collection, and we're also developing a marine life one. So we've got dolphins and stuff like that, which I really am quite excited about. They're good fun.
I was checking out your social media actually, and also it's great that you're also putting some cool facts about the Barbary partridges, cool facts about the Rock of Gibraltar itself, you know. And I imagine with the future designs as well, you'll do a similar thing. So I guess you're learning as well as.
Yeah, that's our main aim with these pins, is to educate people on the facts that they might not know. So, for example, wherever they are there, there's 30 miles of tunnels in the Rock.
Yes.
So some people might not know that. And there's also, we are the only place.
Just hold them up.
Hold them up.
Yeah.
We're also the only
Brilliant.
place in Europe that has a self-sustaining population of the partridges. So that's quite an interesting fact as well.
It definitely is. Yeah, it definitely. So are you in this competition to win it, or?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we've got another team outside actually who are coming on shortly, Manoeuvre, who all about 3D printing and that. There was a little bit of tension outside, I have to say, but obviously all in good spirits, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how it's great, I suppose, that you're getting the chance to really go forward with a full throttle business idea, no?
Yeah, it's quite. I don't think pins are very much like done in Gibraltar, so
Yeah.
I think it's quite nice that we can design them and we can, choose what comes out, while also having something that's fun and collectible that also like promotes community with throughout Gibraltar. You can trade them with others in like school and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And as you mentioned, alluded to before, the fact that you're targeting some tourists as well, potentially. I know this Saturday you've got a pop-up stall and you've been keeping an eye on maybe the days where it's busier around town with cruise ships and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so that should be good fun. I think I'm not sure the name, but there's a cruise ship on Saturday.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get a lot of tourists from that who will come and buy.
And yeah, potentially with people from here in Gib itself who also want some, and maybe on I don't know, schools like with on their satchels or on their clothes and that kind of thing. Is that an idea for them?
Yeah, we've all got our own here. So I've got the Rock here on my lapel.
Yeah.
And they've
I've
both
got the partridge.
So do I.
So you can use it for anything, bags, clothing, or just keep them on like a cork board at home, whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have quite a few on my hockey bag and on
Oh,
my
nice.
guitar case, so I'm a big fan of them. I mean, we all collect them. I think that was where the idea rooted from.
So do we know when the next design is coming out?
Not as of yet, but hopefully as soon as Saturday finishes,
Yeah.
we'll have enough money to pump it back into the...
Fair enough. So
more.
that's how it's working. You're as soon as you get the money from the sales, you can use that to design more,
Yeah.
perhaps. Right. And how much are they selling for?
£4.
£4, and both of them are going for £4. Nice. And how have the sales been so far?
Yeah, so far we've done 2 sales, but obviously we're going to aim for Saturday.
It's early days. It's early days.
Yeah, to do the bulk of our sales. We've got 50 of each design, so hopefully on Saturday we can get rid of all of them.
Yeah, we only had them in a couple of days ago, hence the 2
Yeah.
sales, but yeah.
Let's see. How long does it go on for the competition?
Till
Late
May.
May. Yeah.
Till
yeah.
May. Okay, so you still have. Still have a bit of time, and of course, would I be right in saying this weekend is perhaps the first pop-up stall that you're organising?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hopefully, as a result, you're going to be getting a lot. I mean, I can imagine that they would be pretty popular with tourists. No, come in looking to take home like some bit of memorabilia, something that will remind them of Gibraltar. And this is quite a nice idea, I think. No, so hopefully it'll go down well on Saturday.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And is this something that you look, I don't know, even beyond the competition, that you look forward to continuing?
If it goes well, then yeah, definitely. Because it's expandable. We can do as many designs as we can.
Yeah.
We've got the marine, we've got the birds, and we've got the landmarks at the moment. But then in the future, we're looking at maybe expanding and doing heritage, so doing buildings in Gib. We can also maybe do flowers and botany.
Yeah.
There's loads of options.
Lots of ways of going about it. And Lily, with your design expertise, I'm sure you've got your...
yeah, my sketchbook is full.
Yeah, exactly. And from a HR perspective, how's all that going, Lauren?
To be fair, it's been quite good. I don't think we've had any big conflict, but we've been friends for years already. So
Right, okay.
I think that going into a group, it wasn't very hard because we already knew how to deal with things. And we all came in it with the same idea of trying to make it the furthest. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's been too
It
bad.
seems like the team is going on well. Mostly agreements, it would be fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nice one, rock pins. It sounds like a great idea, and I hope it goes well this Saturday. I'm sure it will, and you get loads more sales, and you can use that money and pump it back in, and you can make new designs. And it sounds like you've got an exciting few months ahead. Dylan, Lily, and Lauren, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's check out Michael's latest fresh recommendations in the world of film and television now.
Hello, and here's what to watch. This week we focus on adventure fantasy, The Magic Faraway Tree. Based on the Enid Blyton book series, the film focuses on a modern family as they relocate to the countryside, where the children discover a magical tree with eccentric residents. They're transported to fantastical lands, rekindling their family bond through adventures. It's got a fun cast that includes Andrew Garfield and Claire Foy, and comedy legends Nicola Coughlan and Jennifer Saunders. Here's the trailer.
There's this wood where we're going, full of the most beautiful trees.
Trees, literally the most boring things in the world.
Will there be Wi-Fi?
Dear Grandma, we've become poor and moved to the countryside.
Wow, it really is just a barn with huge potential.
Dad is making a fool of the whole family.
Breakfast might just be a little bit delayed.
Fran's senses have gone completely, and Joe has got severe withdrawal problems.
It's just fun.
Do you have any Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi? God's got Wi-Fi. There's me, I love Wi-Fi. Here's Wi-Fi.
Hello, I'm Better. Brian's Wi-Fi. Just remember, don't go in that wood up top. Some folks say it's enchanted. Strange creatures, floaty lights.
Land of birthdays is here!
Wow.
Not a bad land among them. Apart from the land of Dame Snap.
Welcome.
Okay.
I feel like their childhood is slipping away.
Maybe a place like this would bring us all back together.
Land of dreams tonight.
Buckle up, guys.
That's all for this week, but don't forget to check out movies still showing at the leisure cinemas that include Reminders of Him, Project Hail Mary, and Splitsville. Until next time, this has been What to Watch.
Thank you very much for that, Michael. And yes, as promised, I did say we had 2 young enterprise teams on the show this week. A warm welcome to Manoeuvre, to Lewis, to Hannah, and to Akram. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
At all, our pleasure. 3D prints. 3D printing.
So let me explain the company a little bit before we start. So as Manoeuvre, we take plastic bottles from the streets of Gibraltar and we recycle them into filament, which is the material that is used to print things in a 3D printer, right? Filament is like a loop of thin string that is then turned into these products, into these 3D designs. Anything is possible, quite literally anything is possible with 3D printing. You just need the design, and then the 3D printer does the rest.
Okay.
So yeah. So we've got some here. So what we do is we're focusing mainly on monuments to sell to tourism and stuff like that in Gibraltar.
And kids as well, which we're looking at now.
Yes, so we've just started looking at kids by using, for example, these here, which is a dolphin, and it's articulated, what they say, so it's movable. It's like a fidget toy if you want to have a feel of it.
Okay.
And that really works well with kids because all the fidget toy craze and stuff like that. And then we're also looking into making the monuments plain and then also selling them with paints and a brush so they can make their monument their own. And it's a bit of a customizable art thing and also teaches them about the history of Gibraltar.
So this used to be a piece of plastic. Well, it is plastic.
So yes, that used to be a bottle.
Yeah. And
well, a bit more than one bottle, but yes, it used to be a couple of bottles. That is now a dolphin.
And where do you get these plastic bottles from?
So right now, we're buying the filament that is made with these bottles online. But we've got a machine coming very soon. We've ordered it, and it's in the shipping and all that, but it's taking a bit of its time. But when that's here, we can get them off the streets. We're working with Nautilus together to get bottles from there. We're working with the O2 magazine, with the EcoFest, working with them to possibly show up on the EcoFest and help them out there, get some of the bottles and use them to make product as well.
I saw you did one of the big beach cleans recently, no?
Yes.
Yeah?
We won the Nautilus, one of the big beach
Yeah,
cleans.
10th anniversary.
How did that go?
It went pretty well. A lot of people came down to help us with it. And yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Did you manage to get loads of plastic ready to recycle?
I don't think we had that much plastic.
No,
it was more
of like the washed up woods.
Yeah, woods, glass. There was a lot of that. A lot of metal as well.
Yeah. How does, I mean, to many and to me, to be honest, 3D printing, I don't really, I've never done it myself, so I guess I don't really fully understand the concept, I guess.
Okay, so I'll show you with one of these. It should be visible quite a lot on, wait, hold on, let me get another one here.
Yeah.
That it's a lot more visible on. So these are one of our rougher prototypes, one of our very first. I don't know if you can see this, yeah. On the very top, you'll be able to see lines, very thin lines.
Yes,
if you want to just
right,
that,
thank you.
So there you go. Very thin, like print lines. Don't know if you can see them on the camera.
Yeah.
But those print lines is literally the printer going in circles, printing bit by layer that monument, or the skull in this case. So that's the skull of the Neanderthal, perfect replica of it. And yeah, so basically it goes on the base plate. It starts with one singular layer through a little nozzle that's 0.4 millimeters, and it prints, it just basically pulls through the plastic tube that I mentioned before, the filament.
Yeah.
And deposes that on the base plate at 220 degrees, and then as it dries, it puts the next plate on, and the next plate, and the next plate, and the next plate.
And how long would it take to make something like this?
Ooh, that's a bit bigger, so it would take around 4 hours, but something like this, which is, you can also feel it, it's got a lot of air gaps and stuff like that. So something like that would take around 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
So it's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
It's a lot smaller, so it takes a lot less. What we mentioned before with the painting, just because it just popped into my head, this would be one of the products that we give to kids to paint. So it would come in, for example, grey or white, and then they can paint it with the colours that we give them and the paintbrushes.
Okay. How have you decided on what designs to go for?
So that was a very long process.
Yeah, I think we all kind of sat down and went, okay, what are the most, let's say, iconic things about Gibraltar? So what came up, Moorish Castle, Neanderthal Skull, Nana and Flint, the lighthouses we've just shown you. You have Nana and Flint.
Yes, I have Nana and Flint with me.
Nana and Flint.
I just remembered.
There they are.
Sorry, here
thank
you
you.
go. Nana and Flint, the
Nana and Flint, okay.
The two Neanderthals
And then we also had, you know, the people that march up and down the street, Main Street during...
From the reenactment?
Yeah, getting one of those people in uniform and making that, because you do see them quite often, so it is pretty memorable. And
we haven't started on that.
Yeah, we haven't started that. And we also looked at sea life, and we kind of whittled it down into what people think most of when they think of Gib.
I mean, we've also talked to who was it? Who we talked to? The ex-director of the
archives.
Of the archives of Gibraltar. So we talked with him what he thinks would be the best. Yeah, they don't stand up.
I can't manage to stand up.
They would come with a base, and the base would keep them up.
What's the most complicated one that you've done so far?
Probably the none and flint one, because it has a lot of tiny details.
Exactly.
Which obviously, because the design wasn't done perfectly, it can't stand up. Can't stand up, right? We've also done this.
How difficult? Sorry, how difficult is it to get it as precise as this?
So for that, we used the software. Basically, we take a bunch of pictures, put it into the software, and the software designs it. But for some of these, we can't use the software because the software works based on images. Now, if you don't really have that many images of the product you want to make, like for example, our mascot over here, Manoeuvre, it's really hard to do that because you've got a front image, you don't have the back. So the program is going to make you a front, and that's all. And then it won't make these towers, it won't make the rest of the thing. It'll literally be a plain 2D structure of the front. So we had to make this ourselves and the towers ourselves and put everything in.
He's also inspired by the Mersch Castle. That's why Manoeuvre and as well on Scout and stuff like that.
What are your individual roles in the team?
So I'm the managing director of Manoeuvre.
I would never guessed that.
I am the logistics person.
And I'm the finance director.
How's the finances going so far, Akram?
Not too bad. We were making... Well, we did some pop-up stalls on the Sunday market. And we did the ICC stalls as well.
Yeah.
And we've been making pretty much a good amount.
And we'll be on another stall on the 4th of April with the Easter stall in the Ocean Village Plaza. So we'll be there again for anyone that might be interested now.
How much? I don't know. Are they all value the same? Does it depend on how long they've taken?
It depends a lot on it depends a lot on the design progress as well. So first of all, we have to obviously count in the filament that was used, the electricity cost that was used.
Right.
There's a lot of cost factors. So we're selling them right now for around $4.99 to up to.
It was around 8 for the bigger ones.
Yeah, around 8 for the bigger ones.
8, 9 for like the bigger money.
And then we've also got some with keychains. Like,
been
having this for a bit now.
Thank you. So
that's a turtle, for example. Yeah.
Nice.
With a keychain on it.
We're also looking into making magnets out of those as well.
Oh, great.
So we've got the funding to get magnets.
So I've got the magnets here. So these are the magnets we'll be using. They're very small.
Right.
They're very, very small magnets.
Generic magnets.
Yeah, just literally generic. Small little magnets that we'll be using.
Yeah. The magnets ready to go.
Perfect.
Are you? I mean, you said at the beginning that like literally, well, no, maybe not literally, but anything is possible to a certain extent. Does it?
Yes.
Does it depend as well on the quality of the printer you have and the size of the printer you have, depending on how big the things you can make?
Yes, a lot. So we can make 25 by 25 by 25 centimeters of product, let's say. So if you want a 25 by 25 by 25 cube, we can make that. We can also print in up to 4 colors. There's not much that is multicolor printed here, except this, I believe.
Yeah.
So as you can see, this has, here you go. That has 2 colors. It's a gyroscope, so you can play with it. It's a fidget toy.
A fidget toy, right? Okay.
Yes, it's a fidget toy. So it has the yellow, the purple, and the blue. That's just the 3 colors that it's got. But we can print up to 4 currently. Our printer is the Creality K2 Combo. That printer costs around £1,000. So it was a lot of, we had to bargain a lot to get it a lot cheaper.
Oh, wow, okay.
But yeah, we did end up getting a pretty good deal on the printer.
We also got it with the filament as well.
We're just is this
yes,
how
this is the printer. Yeah. That's what the inside is. That's actually one of the dolphins. Well, the dolphins.
That's on the launch.
That was a launch day, exactly.
Yeah.
The stall on the launch.
So is the idea, Akram, maybe, I mean, from a finance perspective, the more you sell, the more you make, the more as a resulting consequence that you can also create yourselves again. No?
Yeah. Well, we reinvest most of our income back into the filament so we can print new products and new ideas.
It's cool.
We did, yeah.
It's cool.
A big,
Rima, what do you make of this? It's cooler.
I'm fascinated. I wanted to go and see the stall. Super chulo.
Feel free.
Before I forget, we have a couple of things here. So, first of all, let me just get this out over here. So this is actually, just because we've been talking about the printer, this is our history of our prints. So basically, we started off, it's a bit brittle. We've started off in December 2025 with the school printers, because our school has some printers.
Right.
They're just very, very, very rough. You can see here, there's some, you can actually see the lines quite a lot, because the printer's a very cheap printer. It's very, very rough.
Okay.
Then we've tuned the settings on the printer. This print took 10 hours to print,
wow.
which is ridiculous. But we've tuned the print perfect to its best ability, and we've got this with the same printer.
Yeah.
But that obviously took us a while between these two. And then we got our own printer, and we got the base and the actual design and the colors and everything sorted. And there you basically won't be able to tell any of the lines or anything.
So you can see from December, January, and February the improvement within the product.
Yeah, you can see it a lot. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like you really know exactly what trajectory you want to take this company, and it sounds like you've really got a good thing going here, Manoeuvre. So, well done. All I can say is well done, because this is pretty incredible, I think it's fair to say. Do you take requests?
Yes, we do, actually. So we have an email, manoeuvre.ye@gmail.com. And we take any custom orders. Obviously, they will cost a bit more because it takes longer to customize it to a specific person. But if companies, or for example, we're working with Hassan's right now, if people order in batch sizes, we can obviously reduce the price by quite a lot.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much. Well done, and good luck.
Before we sorry, I know. I have one more thing for you. So this is for GBC. We have a present.
Oh, thank you.
So, basically, some of the older versions of the printers produce a lot of waste. That waste comes in form of printer poop. That's what it's called. So before, when the printer starts printing, it creates little tiny, literal blobs of plastic. So it frees the nozzle and everything.
Right.
So right here, we have a heart shape created with all of those little printer poops. And you can see it, all of these little tiny thingies. And basically,
thank you so much.
What we say, it's like 1,000 masterpieces collected into one.
That's a perfect way of putting it, I think. Lewis, thank you so much for this.
And it comes with a certificate.
Certificate of authenticity as well.
Of course. Signed by the managing director and the finance.
If we're going to do these things, we've got to do them right.
Exactly. Signed by Lewis and by Akram as well. Yes. Well, thank you so much. Manoeuvre, brilliant. And good luck for the rest of the competition.
Thank you so much.
Coming up after the break, Rima joins us on the sofa. We'll be finding out what she's been up to recently. We'll see you in a couple. Cool as this, sir? Welcome back to the Hub. Yeah, still looking at this great gift that Manoeuvre gave us a short while ago. Pretty cool, their idea, no, Rima?
I've never seen a 3D printer before.
Me neither. Yeah. I think it's probably the future as well, isn't it, in many ways? I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I haven't really seen it kind of put into action, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it.
To be fair, I wouldn't know because I'm not really into like that part of technology, but está guapo, está chulo.
No, definitely. And it's great to have you back on the show, Rima. It has been a while. I think maybe kind of November time last year, the last time maybe we had you on the music stage.
I think so. No, see, it was more or less like to the end of the year.
I was looking at the stats that you put in at the end of last year, and it showed kind of the increase in listenership, and all throughout 2025.
Es verdad. Yes, you're giving me something to talk about. Yeah. It was actually when when you have the Spotify rap thing. But qué lástima que I don't remember the stats now. But I've got
the in terms of listeners. I know there were other stats within it. But 2025, you had 29,500 listeners across the year, compared to 2024, where you had 10,000 listeners. Was still pretty good going.
Yeah.
But you have it almost 3 times.
Sí, en verdad, sí. I mean, last year, to be honest, no me acuerdo like the majority of the stuff that I did last year in terms of music, because I've always had like a structure every year on what I want to do and where I want to get to by the end of the year. Pero ya, yo qué sé, Stefan, like life changes, things don't plan out the way you want to, you meet new people, new artists to collab with, things get delayed. Y ya, you sort of just go with the flow. Pero last year, I do still have a structure, But last year, I think I was just more focused on songs that I felt and I wanted to work on rather than lo que se escucha hoy en día. So at first it was always, quiero hacer algo mainstream so that it's something that will go in the clubs or on the radio or wherever it was that I was targeting. Whereas now it's, this is what I'm feeling at present and this is what I want to like show out. Y ya después, if it works, cool, and if it doesn't, it's still there. Aunque maybe further on it would. Pero I was very proud with how my stats were in Spotify mostly because it's the only place that I can actually see it. What I have noticed is like I'm not doing music videos so much this year because I've noticed that YouTube has taken a turn down musically. I'm noticing that it's more used for tutorials, cosas para los niños, and it's good, but obviously for the route that I'm taking, I would rather focus on maybe shorts or TikTok, que no tengo ni idea cómo usar TikTok. I'm going to be 32 y soy peor que mi madre. Es que no entiendo technology. No, to be honest, ni me gusta. Pero when it comes to, no, porque tiene que ser algo en TikTok y en Spotify, and all of my social media has to be posted at the same time. Y yo pienso, no puedo. ¿Sabes? Me
There's a lot of things to think about, no?
Yo no tengo la paciencia para esto, Stefan. Yo ya canto lo que me gusta. Que lo saco en Spotify. Everyone knows ya here who I am. Con que si lo saco en Spotify, you know that I put it on Instagram and vice versa. Cuando tenga tiempo ya, lo saco ya in the rest of the social media. Y for those people who still obviously support my music y que le gustan, pues me hace la vida, really, because I know that there's people still waiting. I had a friend who told me, ¿cuándo sale tu canción? Que he visto el trailer y estoy loca por escucharlo. And I thought, qué bonito, ¿no? Like somebody's actually waiting for my song to come out. Aunque, yeah, it's a good feeling.
Sí, I imagine. I mean, I think everyone knows you as a singer with a lot of heart and you put a lot of passion into what you do, clearly, and that comes across with your performances, you know? And the performance of that first song there, which, I mean, you referenced at the start of the show, Canciones sin Melodía.
Yeah.
Written, what, maybe a couple of months ago or so?
So it was written in December.
Yeah.
And then my uncle passed a week before Christmas, and then a couple of days after that. I don't remember, to be honest. I think I took it out the 20th or the 21st. And I've sang it when it was released in February, because January, obviously, for personal reasons, I obviously took a break.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think part of me is still taking a break, but because now, not only because of what happened, but because I've noticed también that when I normally listen to songs like to get some sort of research or get inspiration, I'm not finding that anymore. And one of the main reasons is because I listen a lot to the quality of music and how things are, like tú dices, ¿no? With the passion, how they're sung. Tú no sabes how much AI there is on Spotify now. Y tú no tienes ni idea because you think it's a real person.
Really?
And it's starting to really annoy me because for somebody like me that puts so much thought into every word that I put into a song, because that represents who I am. ¿Sabe? Con que yo de ver que un robot literalmente me está quitando el negocio y yo pienso...
Feels like cheating, doesn't it?
Pero es que I've chosen to become famous at the wrong time. Because if this would have happened maybe 10 years ago, tú dices, no, la niña, ¿no? Que arte tiene para hacer sus cosas, que tiempo se toma. But now con eso, what I maybe take a month in to do, un robot me hace en 2 o 3 segundos. Con que now for me to write a song, I'm taking more time because obviously I write from experience and from feelings. Con que I like to put my soul into what I sing.
Boy, that is exactly it, though. You write from experience, you write about feelings, and I think people generally, listeners, appreciate that, no? And resonate more with that. No?
I hope so. I mean, I think so. Mucha, like, esta canción, por ejemplo, ¿no? La que saqué de mi tío, everyone knew that it was about my uncle.
Sí,
Pero
exactly.
cuando la escribí, like, they were telling me, like, se nota, like, que, like, it's... Te voy a dar un ejemplo. Like, la canción de mi madre. To this day, esa canción is still the most popular for me because I still have people asking me pa cumpleaños, pa Christmas, pa funerales, and I think, like, qué bonito, ¿no? But because they know that I sang it for a purpose dedicated a mi madre. So when someone wants to dedicate it to their mom, they think, mira, la canción de Rima la escribió pa eso. Si tú te pones a escribir algo just because it's easy to write, tú no tienes pasión, tú no tienes arte, and if you don't have that, en verdad que you're not really feeling tampoco what you're performing. So, no sé, I mean, I would rather take a lot more time to write a song and genuinely feel it or enjoy it.
And what's in it? It's probably a stupid question. I guess, is there money in it for the people who are using AI? Are they doing it just because at the end of the day they're only cheating themselves, no? But
no, en verdad no, porque if you think about it, if somebody writes a song with AI, pero they have like a persona, because maybe, like, yo a lo mejor estoy detrás de un computer y yo me pongo a escribir as if, yo qué sé, yo me pongo una cara que no es mía. and I put that as an artist profile, and I put a Facebook page or Instagram, lo que sea, and then I put that on Spotify, if people are streaming my music, yo voy a cobrar.
Yeah.
So either way, y lo mismo YouTube, if people are streaming it, yo voy a cobrar, pero the persona behind, which would be me, lo está cobrando, pero tú no tienes ni idea what I look like. Y después you have someone like me, que si el pelo, que si el maquillaje, que si me he puesto más gorda o lo que sea, and I think, yo estoy tonta, en verdad, I could just do AI and it's easier. But it does take a lot of passion from artists, musicians, photographers. Yo lo he notado this year more than anything.
And can you tell straight away when it's AI?
To be fair, I'm starting to notice it. I'm starting to notice it more as sing because I've picked up on it. Y me molesta tanto que ya me doy cuenta. It is true, though, that I have a few songs on my playlist que están preciosa, and I've heard them and I thought, qué bonito for me to cover. But then I realize it's AI and I think, en verdad, I'm contradicting myself. Pero, no sé, AI can be used for a lot of beneficial things.
Yeah.
No te digo que it's a bad thing. You can have people who maybe are too shy in front of the camera and they do write their own songs and they use AI to perform it. That's not an issue. Pero te quita todo el arte de los rehearsals, that feeling when people come together to perform, que you work with your producer, the traveling, collaborating with other artists. The whole idea for me, for being a musician, is the experience behind it, and this is my product that I have made with everyone together.
Yeah.
If I do that with a robot, voy tardar nada, 5 minutes.
Yeah. And the second song that you're going to be performing for us tonight is your most recent one. I think it was released last week.
Yeah.
I Never Wanna Be You.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is a bit of a different...
Very, yeah. It's a different style to what I normally do. So it's still a bit of flamenco, but it's more towards flamenco R&B. And I wanted to put in the bilingual, like from our culture, con que le metí mucho inglés y español. Y como te dije, it's worked really well here, because a lot of people like the whole metiéndole llanito. But it's also worked well in Spain, because they like to listen también to a bit of English. Aunque the softer parts, I put it into flamenco to make it sound a bit softer. Y ya, I wouldn't say a rap, pero the more passionate parts, I put it in English, para que se haga articulating más. And for now, la verdad, it's doing well, no me puedo quejar. So...
Well, great. I'm looking forward to hearing it. And I'm sure we're going to be giving it a lot of airtime on Radio Gibraltar now as well. I don't know if you've noticed, we've got more Spanish language songs and more local songs generally on the playlist as well. So
I would say, with all honesty, it's about time.
There
I
you go.
love that there's more Spanish music and there's more of our culture on the radio. Me encanta.
Brilliant. Rima, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you in advance for your second performance, which I'm sure will be great. I Never Wanna Be You, which is a reference to those artists who are creating AI music.
No. I think when you listen to the lyrics, you'll understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one, Rima. Great to have you.
Venga, thank you.
Join us after the break when Mark Cooper himself will be here to talk us through this year's MedSteps 5 Challenge. Welcome back to the Hub, and a huge welcome to Mark Cooper now. How's it going?
Good, very, very good. And you?
Good, yeah, can't complain at all. It's been a while since we spoke to you. A lot of things have happened, Coops, and I have to say, a big congratulations. I mean, the first time I'm able to offer my congratulations live on the show for the British Empire Medal, first and foremost.
Thank you very much.
You were in the King's Birthday Honours List last year for your services to charity fundraising. Well deserved, I must say. Did you meet the King?
No. It was I got mine locally by His Excellency the Governor.
Okay, because I was going to ask, because I'm not sure King Charles would have been able to handle one of your handshakes.
Well, we've got to go. We're going over in May. We've got an invite to the garden party in May. So yeah, we'll be in Buckingham Palace in May. So
nice.
Be prepared if I end up in the Tower.
Yeah. Before we talk about the upcoming MedSteps 5 Challenge, we need to talk about the walk from Castellazoo to Gibraltar, which was the first time you've done something like that. Over 200 walkers?
Yep, 210.
Nice. That's a pretty good show, no?
Well, it was the whole concept of it was an invitational, because I wanted to test the waters to see if the event could actually work. Moving 200 people from Castellazoo back to Gibbs, safety-wise, the route. We had all the bad weather, so it was literally, it went to the wire whether it was going to happen or not.
I remember that, yeah.
But it did. It went off to a T. And we're around about £8,000 we raised.
That's brilliant.
On that event.
Well done. How long did it take?
So it took between 5 and 6 hours, including the stop where everyone stopped in Timbales and had something to eat.
Nice.
Nice chill out, and then the walk back. Finishing at the Hub.
Yeah, brilliant. And the med steps.
Sorry, finishing at the Mag.
I was wondering the Hub. I was like, did it finish here? I thought you meant in the Hub, like as in the residence. And that's a nice place to finish, and probably a few more drinks and live music and that kind of thing after.
Yeah. Provided by Nonny, so it was good.
Good. So the Med Steps 5 challenge going on. Is this the 12th?
11th
this year, because last year, to be fair, every year it seems to keep on breaking on records.
Yeah.
But last year was what, 720 people?
720 people last year.
Was that too many?
Yeah. I think it just broke it, and it showed a few things that we needed to, fine tune.
Yeah.
So this year I've had to put a cap on it this year for 600 this year.
Fair enough. Which, to be honest, and we can say with probably quite a good deal of confidence that it'll reach.
Yeah, I have no doubt
popular.
it should reach 600 people this year. So it's on May the 9th, Saturday, May the 9th. I had my first registration day today, so we took about 170 people today signed on, which is absolutely fantastic.
Day, wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
You're a very convincing man, I imagine, no?
It wasn't just down to me. I mean, the prison officers all came down, and they all, as always, they stand up for that.
It's a good team effort, isn't it?
Great team effort. So as of tomorrow, up until the 23rd of April, Chesterton's have stepped forward and said they are happy to take all admissions and into the Med Steps Challenge. So that's absolutely brilliant, and thank you to them. And then the Med Steps is on the 9th of May.
Yep. And it always falls on Rima's birthday weekend, doesn't it?
Yo no tengo culpa that he wants to do it on that weekend. To be fair, Coops, I wouldn't go anyway, even if I could.
Exactly.
Pero I'm just stating that I can't.
Yeah. You just sing.
I can sing for you from afar, but I can.
But you can come up and do the road show with GVC and sing for them live.
Yeah, exactly.
Would, but not that weekend, chiquillo. I'm not here. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Maybe next year.
Yeah, maybe one of the future ones when it doesn't fall on...
Yeah, on her birthday weekend.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
call me on video, that's it.
Yeah, because it does it has changed date from time to time, hasn't it?
Yeah, but I always try and do it around about, because I don't want to get too hot.
Yeah, exactly.
And literally, we know what the weather's like locally. It can literally change week from week. We can go from nice spring weather and suddenly we're into summer. So we've done it later in May before, and it was boiling, absolutely roasting. And then I have to look at heat injuries and...
And then if you do it too soon, I can't remember what date it was, but I remember...
2 years ago, we had rain in the afternoon.
It was cats and dogs.
Yep. So I'm always trying to, balance it. So realistically, that weekend is the best weekend for me to run the challenge. Unfortunately, Rima's not here.
Yep, I agree.
How much has been raised altogether since the first one?
I'm banging on 175 grand.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
All for the Cancer Relief Centre?
All for the Cancer Relief Centre, yeah. So we know what Gibraltar's like. We know how giving we all are, and they just don't stop. They just keep. And today was no exception. No exception. We raised a lot of money today, not just for those doing registrations, but those passers-by. Money in the tin, money in the tin,
brilliant.
money in the tin.
Yeah.
I can't thank the population enough, really, for that.
I think it's now become a permanent. It's so much so it's become pretty much a permanent fixture in the local calendar, no?
Yeah.
And there's a credit to you. It's a credit to your team as well.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the reasons why so many people have signed up today is because everyone knows what the Med Steps 5 challenge is. You know?
Yeah. And what it's for, and what it means to people as well. And there's people over the years that have done 1, done 2, and now obviously they're going for more. And those that do it 5 every year. Well,
that's exactly a good point you bring up, because you don't have to do it 5 times. Do you? And people do year on year. And I know people personally, and I'm sure you know many people who year on year have increased that and maybe have gotten to that 5, or maybe quite haven't gotten to the 5 yet, but they've done 2, and that's a huge achievement. And they think, you know what, next year maybe I'll try 3.
Yep. And not to mention, we've had people up there in remission that age doesn't seem to prevail. Last year we had a guy that was in his 80s. He did 2 repetitions of it. You know, I mean, I mean, that just humbles you. That really does humble you. It doesn't matter how fit you are. I can go up there in 20 minutes. I can go up there in 30. And then when you get these guys that are going up there and you're like, well, that just puts it all in perspective, really.
The atmosphere is great on the day, isn't it?
Yeah. It's mad on the day.
Yeah.
It's mad on the day. So what we've done this year is I'm starting to get the feel, getting a lot more people that are becoming more competitive with themselves. So what will happen is the main body will set off as normal at 9 o'clock. Those that want to go for PRs and race themselves, they're not going to be set off until 10:30.
Yeah.
Because by that time, those that are only attempting 1 lap would have finished. Those that are doing 2, 3 and 4 would have now spread out, giving it safer routes round for those that want to go faster.
Yeah.
Rather than all go at the same time, and as they come round for their second lap, they're just going to go straight into the back of those that are just taking their time, enjoying the day.
What would be your top tip for someone maybe who hasn't done it before, tuned in now, thinking, you know what, like this is getting really popular. It's the 11th year coming up. It's about time we got involved. What would be your top tip for them in the lead up?
Don't just turn up on the day and think you can just waltz up it.
Yeah.
You need to do it in advance. You need to train for the med steps, even if it's just 1 lap. If you've never done the med steps before, you need to go and check it out, because you can come unstuck on 1 lap.
For sure. And there are certain parts of, I think many people will have different worst/toughest parts. None of the steps, I think it's fair to say. Would you say you have one in particular that you struggle the most?
By far, it's the first part, going up to the tunnel.
Yes.
Even the steps at the top, I'm quite happy with them. But the first ones you come to that go up to the tunnel, I think that hurts everyone, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're almost vertical.
Yeah, exactly. And I think a little, there's an element of you're a little bit excited at the beginning. Maybe you're going a bit too fast. And you get to the tunnel and you're, well, I've experienced this before. I'm absolutely shattered.
Yeah, and you have to take a breather at the tunnel when you've got the tracks going up. But that first step or the ladder that goes up to the tunnel, that a lot of people come unstuck there.
And again, a lot of people would probably say the last bit as well, because it's just like a never-ending, all the way to the top. But there is that. I think mentally, it's important that it's the end, so you can tell yourself like I'm almost there.
Yeah. And at each apex, you can stop.
Yes.
Then do another one, then do another one. But when you're going up the ladder at the top, it's literally that, and it's ongoing.
Yeah.
And it's not till you turn that final corner that you see the tunnel that you know, I'm here. Otherwise, it just goes on.
Yeah.
So I think that's the one that really gets to the majority of people.
Yeah, it does. And then having to do that again after that.
4 more times. Yeah.
Mark Cooper, thank you so much. It's incredible. You really are, inspiration, I think it's fair to say. You got that British Empire medal. And I know you'll say that the team, obviously hugely instrumental as well, but 175,000 for Cancer Relief Centre across the last decade is really incredible. So a huge well done to you, huge well done to the team.
Yeah.
And so, lost my voice for a second there. And the 9th of May is this year.
Yeah. So we've got another registration day on the 23rd of April. So between now and then, they can go to Chesterton's. And then we have a second registration on the 23rd of April. And then it will be the day on May the 9th.
Yep. And not this year, but 1 year we'll get Rima there.
Would you rather I sing or I go up and I leave my lungs abajo? Lo que tú quieras.
Both. Can we do both? Can you go up once and then sing?
Yo no te prometo nada, pero he's a bit convincing. Bueno, I'd say intimidating, porque no sé.
Nice one, Mark.
Thank you very much.
See you there.
Yep.
We'll see you there.
Yeah. I hope to see you there anyway.
I'll definitely be there.
Thank you, Stefan.
Thank you very much to all our guests tonight, and thank you for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Back next week, of course. Right now, let's end it with some flair. Rima.
He looks happy in photos, pero sus ojos confiesan, nada más silencio, se mueve. shoes. You're married to the comfort, but your soul is somewhere else. Dancing with the shadow of a love you never felt. A veces la boca te rindes al fuego, después desaparece. Huye del juego, la deja con dudas, con besos al viento y vuelve llorando por dentro. But I never wanna be you, living half a heart in a house with no luz. Yo quiero un amor que se quede, no querer que duele. I pray for your peace, but I won't share your fate. No quiero vivir con maybe en mi piel. ¿Y qué será de ti cuando ya no vuelva a ti? Cuando el alma te pese y no tengas dónde ir. Yo no quiero esa vida, yo nací para ser feliz. She gave you years in silence, hoping for the time, but you run back to comfort. Like you was a crime, I watch your heart break. I've learned what not to do. Love ain't love if it's caged, and I won't die in that too. Reza por amor, pero nunca lo eliges. Te esconde del sol y llora por lo que no vive. Y feel alone en tu hogar y regresas a buscar un pedazo de amor que nunca supiste cuidar. But I never wanna be you, living half a heart in a house with no luz. Yo quiero un amor que me grite, me quedo, no secreto envuelto en miedo. I pray for your peace, but I won't share your fate. No quiero vivir con maybe en mi piel. Te deseo amor, aunque no lo sepa buscar. Pero yo, I'll wait for the one who runs towards me and not away.
Nice one, Rima. Thank you.